Hello. I hope the audio comes in right. I'm reporting sound voltex to the 2600 because I thought it would be fun and funny. And it's been a while since I wrote 6502 code, and I think there are interesting problems here we could deal with now. This I got the bars rendering working. Um, that was kind of a big part of it. I mean, they're not moving yet. Maybe that's the next step. Okay, let's make a simple to-do list here. Fucking bars scrolling time. And now samples. I actually haven't played Sound Voltex because it's an arcade game. But I've looked at videos and I have a rough idea of how it works. Where are the... Yeah. So you have these, and there's two of them, right? I mean, right now there's one of them. Oh no, there's the other one. That's very small. Where's the pink one? Okay, the other one disappears sometimes. For now, we can only we can just have a simple sprite. I mean, this probably needs to be like a more detailed sprite, which means I should probably switch these to the basic ball instead of the actual player graphics, because I'm not doing complicated player graphics with them. It's just an eight wide filled line. So I probably don't need grp0 here, but I don't remember exactly how graphics worked. So let's see. Horizontal motion, play field, shape, enable. Yeah, missile can go to 8 pixels. So I probably want to use missile for this. There's also ball. Let me see. There's player, missile, and I think missile is ball. I think those are the same thing. Yeah. So I'm gonna change these to... Wait, can you move? Oh, that might be an issue. HMP, yes, you can. They do have motion. They do support horizontal motion. Okay, what's ball? There's only one ball, so that's not useful for me. I want missile. Okay, so let's do that first. Switch lines to be drawn using missiles. What do you call them? I'm gonna call them a fucking cursor. Cursors using player sprites. Cursor control, because you need to move them left and right, and we need to use in order to simulate the original game, we need to use the... what is it called? Like the fucking a certain type of controller. A certain type of controller. Paddles, yes. We need to use the paddles, but this is kind of confusing and I don't want to do it right now. Also because this emulator, I'm pretty sure it doesn't even support them. So I'm gonna switch to an actual emulator later, like what is it called? Stella. But for now, I'm just gonna temporarily use the original controller. regular controller using yeah, and also play some music. That's kind of important, I think. I've never done audio code basically ever, uh, not even on the NES or the PlayStation. So, I mean, I decompiled some audio code for Jumping Flash, but that was mostly written to the standard library. So I don't really, I'm not very familiar with audio hardware. Um, but yeah, we should at least attempt to play like the first few notes of obviously Bad Apple. Uh, okay, missile. Size reset. Okay, it has all the things you want. Enam 0. Okay, so here, color. Oh, the colors are the same. Okay, so we don't touch this. That can get a bit confusing, but I mean, I can cut this off at some point and have the cursors under them so they don't overlap. And that's also where I have like score and shit. Okay, so we don't do this for now. And instead we do, okay. So where was that? Enam 0, it's just 1 bit, okay. Nice. And the size was, what was the format for that? 4 and 5, we set it to 3. So that's 30. And we want 1 copy, so we don't fuck with this. Yeah, that's about it. And I also have to change the other registers. Wait, why are the colors not? Oh, maybe it is. Maybe that's the copy. That's fine. 30. Nice. Yeah, the copy went away. Cool. So here, instead of HMP0, we do HMM0. Promising. That's promising. And also, where we reset it. Where do we set the fucking, oh, here it is. Set pink, set blue. I need to make this a bit optimized, but that's for later. Instead of HMP0, HMM0, and instead of res P, res M. Yes. Done. And why does it not look right? Pink index. HMove, HMM. There's also that. Okay. That's good. So switch the bars to use the missile sprite. So that's that. Now, we should now be able to draw the cursor. So we want to cut this off at some point. Maybe LDX should be like 80, and then that gets cut off. And then we do 12. I mean, it's probably more. Let's do. Uh-oh. What do I call the bottom? Like HUD. HUD loop 70, and that's 22. I mean, I know there's like a better. You know what? Fuck you. That's the AW sync. Dex BME scan loop. Wait, what? HUD loop. Oh, that gets stuck. SDA. I mean, X is 0, so I can just. I mean, that's a hack, but we need hacks. This is a fucking 2600 games. This is a 2600 game. If we know SDX is 0, we're gonna use that 0. What was it? Enam 0. Enam 1. Done. Maybe I could draw like a line there or something. Yeah, and here we can have fucking I need a shape for them. I mean, yeah. Activate the to do. Activate the paddles. Let's call them paddles. That's a much better name. That's the name I was trying to think of. SDVX 2600 to do. What? What? SDVX 2600 to do? What are you talking about? Paddles here. Draw the paddles here. So, yeah, that's that. I'm still not. Is it fucking height difference there? I'll figure it out later. Okay. Kind of, this ID annoys me a bit, even though it has a lot of features. It doesn't have. It sometimes prints tabs and sometimes spaces, and so all my files are fucked. I wish it could just pick one or convert my hard tabs into spaces. I don't think it does that. Yes, I want these, but for the other spice. So this should probably be a macro. How did you do macros in this? Oh, hold on. Yeah, like this. Okay. Let me just copy. That's too complicated. This one has inputs. Nope, that, I mean, yeah. Mac set sprite some shit. We get rid of this, and like we want this, right? Sep from, okay. So can I do this? Does that work? And these need to be changed. Yeah, so I could do it like this, for example. input loop. We can say set sprite fucking unknown mnemonic. Oh, does it have to be before? Screw you. I'm just gonna put it here for now. Not enough arcs passed, illegal character. Yes, so 1, 2, 3. So the reset is at 1, and the thing is at 2. Why is there W sync? Oh yeah, because we need to synchronize to the line, otherwise it doesn't make any sense. Now where did it go? Set sprite res m0. What was it? Res p0. HMP0, and set it to blue X. And I need a different, let's see if it actually works. Yeah, and so all I need to do is set it, turn it off here, right? Before the scan loop. Yeah, and why is it leaking up there? That's not good. Can I? Yeah, should have done it earlier. Okay. And I hope the timing on that will not be super complicated. So I need 2 new variables. This is a mess, by the way. Why did I do it like this? 8, 9, 8A, 8B, 8C. Blue pad, 8D, pink pad, E. And then here I can do this. I can do this. And that looks like, oh, because it's pink X. Okay. Although that does, who cares? We change the variable to pad, pink pad. And then there's sets to some bullshit number, doesn't matter. Okay, so that works. So I can probably get rid of these 2. I mean, I can replace them with blue X, resm, HMM. And they don't even need to be subroutines, but I'll fix that. The fuck? Oh. Pink 1, 1. Okay. Nope. That's not what I meant to press. Set sprite position macro. Okay, we're drawing them. Paddles should have actual bitmap graphics, but that's lower priority right now. It's important to just be able to see them. Now, can we move them? The answer is yes, and we can move them based on the input just at b blank. So here, 37. I can make that, like, what happens if I make that 36? And then do a bunch of shit here. I can measure it, right? I can measure it all at the end. It makes sense. VLang. Okay, so where was the input? I love how short this document is because this is such a simple console. Joysticks. It's in, Jesus Christ. It's in, where did it go? Switch 0. Oh, there are 2 players. That's useful for now, even though that's not what I want to do exactly. Let's focus on one of them. Okay. Button is on a different register. It's funny. LDA switch A. And all I need to check is where did it fucking go again? Let me put these next to each other. Bits 6 and 7. That's good. You know why that's good? These BMI. That's right. Not right. Sorry, BPL. And if it is right, all we need to do is, I don't know, fucking ink pad. That's, what the fuck is happening? Is it negated? Yes. Why is, I think this is not long enough for. That's not the issue. That's fine. And here's a trick. BVS, not left. It checks both. Isn't that cool? Deck, ink pad. And now it moves. But what is happening there? What the fuck is that? Is that on a certain number? Let me see if I can replicate it. Hold on. Memory browser. ThinkPad is at 5.3. Let's here set 5.3 STA ThinkPad. Let's see if that happens. Yes, it does. Okay, what's going on? Oh, maybe the division just takes longer, but that's not. Okay, let's see. HUD loop. We get to this part. What? No, okay. Yeah, maybe it just takes long. Yep, that's the issue. But why does it? Wait, no. That has nothing to do with it. It takes long because it has to take long. That's how the fucking sprite works. But in the next line, F0. Then it moves. What? Let's forget the blue pad for now. Let's focus on the pink pad. What? Oh, I hard-coded it. Okay, when we add the blue pad, it breaks. It kind of lags. That's not right. Oh, what was that? There was a glitch. Did you see that? And then it shouldn't also let us go outside. Okay, so I know how to fix that. Um, Control the location of the battles. So what we need to do is actually LDX paint path, right? And then here we can inks or text. There might even be like an easier way of doing this. But I can't think of it. And then here we just compare to, like, what would be the limits? Let's say 50, compare X. And then BCS. Don't move. And then STX paint path. Okay. Yep. Now it doesn't even go lower than that. Is that 0? If that's 0, then something's wrong, because that shouldn't be 0. Then the macro is kind of not working right. Because, like, okay, let's see. Let's say it's 0 now. How does what does the macro do? Tia, we are can't see shit. Okay, we get 0, subtract, carry is clear. What? Wait, are these reversed? Did I set these fucking backwards? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Wait a second. Is this supposed to be the other way around? No, it's not. How the fuck does this work again? Like, this might be the most annoying part of the Atari. This whole horizontal sprite movement nonsense. Do you need to W sync? LDA. He keeps subtracting. This is the loop. You have to W sync before. Hold on, hold on, hold on. And that, what? I'm so confused. Where is the other place where I use it? Set blue, set pink. Set blue. Oh my god. There's like a sleep. Okay, I need to. Okay, can I sleep for it because it's JSR? Okay, I need to unwrap that and put that all in the macro so it actually works. So if instead of JSR here we do, you know, what's it? We actually do this. How many cycles is that? 6 here, and how many there? and 6 are 12. So that should go to 16, maybe, right? And then just do the thing. And that, and is that the same? Can't tell. I can't fucking tell. It should be there. And then we do that, and then do that. It's not the same. 12, 8, 4, 8. Oh no, it's just the 6 because the RTS doesn't count, it's afterwards. So 4, so it should be 10. And then, and that's it, that's correct. So we need to remove that and remove that and take those two and go to set spread and put them back. Same for pink. And then we don't need that anymore. And for pink, remove that so it shows us. Actually, hold on. No. Come on, show me the what? Show me the previous. This thing is fucking trolling me. So I set that to I get rid of these. I just setting. That's the same. It is the same. Yeah. Okay, that fixes it. And that should fix it for the bottom two. So I'm gonna remove that. And that did not fix. Now the 0 is in 0 again. 10. What if it's 9? What if it's 16? Okay, what if it's 12? 13? 14? Can't even see that. I think 14 is the correct number. Yeah, this seems to line up, but I'm not sure. And that fucking effect is not right. And we need to figure out why. Okay. What is the value? 1A. What? Wait, what? Oh, 1A is just, it's not very large. I got confused. So 19, 1D, it seems to be for certain remainders that it gets confused. 18. Okay. Boom. Where's the, show me the actual fun code. Okay, we're waiting until we get there. Read it, it's 18. Loop. We get to the point, we set it there. So it is set to I don't know how to read this. 122, I guess. And then the offset we want is 15. Is 14, sorry. put it to the upper nibble and we move it. Did we move? How do I tell where the fucking sprite is? I don't know what these are. Speed. Speed. What is this part? Why do we do it again? Oh, we set it to 0. That's all we do. So it doesn't start moving by itself. So I assume maybe this should be like 169. I don't fucking know anymore. No, that's what? Huh? That was 170. Where'd my history go? So maybe before doing this, we just sync once. Sorry, up here. I know there's a distance, but that's still, I don't fucking know. For now, I'm willing to work with that. At least the controls. The more important thing is the scrolling. I'm just gonna add here sprite. Is rendered with the line missing. And we push. Paddle sprite control. Paddle control. Yeah, the only thing I need to set actually is the compare. So 50 is not, it should go up to like, let's see, 130, 140. I don't remember what the exact number was. Also, why does the right side go all the way? I don't understand the fucking overscan of this. Like, not at all. CRT filter? No. That's, how do I turn? Can I get it to be like fucking pixel perfect? I don't know. Uh-oh. I've made a huge mistake. How do... Huh? Thank you. So... Back to what? No, don't save state. Get back to doing the things. Now, scrolling. We have a time register, actually a time variable, which should be larger. This is not a good way to have our variables times time low AF time high, non-zero. Now every frame we can just increase that. Where is the next frame? All we need to do here, v blank, game logic here, LDA. Does it? Does ink do? cares? LDA1, clear carry, add with carry. Time low. I need to do the DW. I need to do this. This is much better. Because where's the segment? Where's the other segment? The fuck? Org, blah blah blah. Does not use segments. Yeah, I can just put a seg here. And then here have segu fucking RAM variable. RAM vars. And this is at 80. Obviously, that's where the RAM is. Dedicated WAM. Code. And then I can just move these, right? Here. And instead of having them hard-coded, I can have them like this, I think. DS1. And they can have a length. So, EG color can be DS1. That's how all of them are, right? This seems to be working. Everything seems fine. And then I don't have to worry about the addresses again. Makes perfect sense. And then this is DS2. Yeah. And so here you can just say time. STA time. LDA 0. And with carry time +1. STA time +1. There's probably an easier way to do this. I'm just stupid. Okay, let's see if it works. Yep, time is ticking up. Perfect, beautiful, lovely. Also, you don't even use background color. Now it manages itself. So I should push that. I'm also gonna move this here. Yeah. Use DS for variables. Now what do we do with time? The first and easiest thing I can do is have the can have just the lines descend one. We can go down one line every frame. Actually, that would be too fast. But we can try it. But how do we do that? How do we, because we need some sort of offset to the middle of these. And that's gonna be a bit confusing. Obviously, take Now I don't want to recalculate it. I want to calculate it. Let's see. Start. Pink start. Now, how are we getting the start? The start is here. Set sprite. How do I fucking keep searching? Like what? Like I don't. Nuts. Was it even set sprite? What the fuck was it called? Set sprite, of course. Yeah, here it is. So we should be start, should be pink start, right? And it's gonna be some bullshit number. It's gonna be 0. And we need this logic. Wait, we don't even need this logic. This is nonsense. Like this. This is from a while ago. This is from when I had the moving left and right. That was pointless. Also, they can like maybe reflect automatically. That would save us space. We wouldn't have to. It's lower priority, but the bars should reflect automatically when they hit the wall. This saves space. Okay. Now we're gonna do the main part, the difficult part, which is this pink start. Where does it come from? It is it's in the song. It should be in the song data. The first one should be the very first song data pink in it. This way I don't have to calculate the offset. It should be like 5.0, right? This takes it from that, but it should change. So that's only at the start. Where the fuck? Pink start. Yeah. So we take this out of there. It doesn't run every frame. It runs at the start once when we load the song, like here. Loading the song. And then it updates according to the rules at the end of the frame. And that's fine. I can do it using code because we have the time at the end of the frame. There's more v-blank. What was it? Song data pink it's yeah. and also the song pointer pink index. These should, like the offsets of the counters and the index should also be set. Okay, so let's go to the end. Here, update the pink start, offset the pink index and pink timer. Let's start the next frame. The way we do this is for pink start itself, we can just take, we should read the horizontal position because hardware does all of this calculation for us, but now we have to do it ourselves. But this is fine, we have the time. LDA LDA, what the fuck? Pink start, if we're going over a boundary, that's going to be a bit more complicated. Actually, we should be able to. Yeah, whatever. CLC add with carry. No. LDA song data. I should just keep this all in like a current thing, right? Song data pink velocity CLC sorry, LSR. We shouldn't have to do that. It should have to do the reverse of it when we're setting the H move, but whatever. Add with carry pink start, STA pink start. What's gonna happen? Okay, that's gonna move, but it's first of all, it's moving in the wrong direction. Oh, because it's because, yeah, let's do that thing right now. So well, first of all, it should be negated. I mean, for now, it should be negated, obviously. Okay, at least it's making some sense. So that should go to the left. Yeah, okay, so that makes a bit of sense. But it's not going to the it's not following the move, it's only following the movement of the first one. So yeah, okay, at least that problem's kind of fixed. These need to be, yeah, let me write these now. Okay, we're gonna try to do this scrolling multiple things need to happen. Store song their velocities as regular numbers that convert when drawing. Have variables for the current state of the first line get updated. Right. And then move with arbitrary, actually scroll with arbitrary speeds, not just one line per frame. That's important. Okay, so these are the state variables, counter, velocity, index. What is vel doing? Do we need that? Wait. I don't think we need that. Okay. Pink start counter. Pink start index. And pink start X. Yep. Where does pink start again? Oh, now, yeah. So we need to LDX pink start next. Do we need to just replicate all the logic? I mean, I'm gonna do it first, and then I'm gonna. Where's the other one? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna replicate it first, and then we can just probably put it in a macro or a subroutine. So the way this logic works is this, basically, except instead of setting it to hardware, we just have to take care of it in software. So I'm just going to copy this for now. It's LDY here. I was using X up there, so it's fine. Things start index, things start counter. Label mismatch. Who cares? What? Huh? What's the issue? Start counter. And then put this in. Just hold it. Hold it because we're going to need it. Then now that we have it, we can not do this shit anymore. And that doesn't seem right. Oh yeah, because okay. So first of all, let's ignore all of these because first of all, we need to set these numbers right. So these should be like 1, 2, 0. D is that's -2. It's 2. E F. Boom. That's -3. Of course, -3. I never go more than that. Now this is not space efficient. Because I can make it space efficient later. Now that doesn't make any sense because that's only looking at the upper bits, so it's only 1 or negative, it's only -1 or 0, because Atari is weird and TIA is a weird chip. However, I can convert that here. Convert to HM, maybe. Let's see. Mac convert to HM, and this takes input A, output A. All it does is do the thing. Just I think that is that all it needs to do. Am I losing my mind? And that's a 0. Okay, starting with 0 is fine. Next one. This is 0 again. No, next one. What? Huh? Data blue bell. Why is this always... What's happening? Why does this only run at the start? Blue index 1, blue index 1. But pink counter, blue counter. Pink index, pink start index. Huh? What? Blue index, it's 0. Let's say we go in there. Blue index. FF. Okay, what about pink? Where? Huh? Oh, I only doing it up there. Oh, what is this? None of this should happen. This should just be LDA blue index start blue index. The yeah. LDA SDA blue index. And then we can just replicate that for vale. Ora. Okay, I keep confusing these because these are very similar, and I've repeated the code. I just want to make sure this fucking works. Okay. All right, that looks like the thing we had before. And up here, we need pink and start index and blue start. Yeah, we didn't. I forgot to. I want to do one of them first, but I think this is working. Da, 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 da. Why is some of this taking place before we init? Be blank. This is weird organization. Val, do we even use this? I don't. Hold on. I knew these were fucking fake. Yeah, this is not even used. We don't need it. We read it directly from the thing. Like this. That's it. And blue rim at the end. Pink rim. Okay. That's about what we need. Now, that's not what I want to see. What the fuck is happening? Okay. So we go to the beginning. Let's see what happens. Thing start index is 0. Start counter. Oh, we're not setting those. It never. Oh, because it's. Yeah. So we need to do that at the start now. Thing start index. Blue start next. And also 1, 4. Counter. And some things happening. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens when we first get here. The very first time we get here. It's 0. Counter is 1. It decreases. We go to the next one. Hold on, this is a bit fucked. I want you to please, can you please fucking recompile so these can get reordered? What is happening? That's the thing about this IDE, it's a bit fucked. Oh, wait. Yeah. So at the start of the frame, we also need, thing start counter. Did you see that? Something happened. It's like going up. Look. It's going up, but it's also going left. Why? So at the beginning, that's so it's not being drawn correctly now. That's wrong. Why is that happening? Let's figure that out. Time, blah, blah, blah. So, at the very start, set the colors, set the things, ping start X, whatever. So ping start is 4C. That's, what is it, 4C? Maybe we're one frame into it or some shit, I don't know. It's 1. Why is it 1? Yeah, there's something wrong about that timer. We don't want to increase it for a bit. This is just like kind of incorrect. We decrease the counter is at, okay, so the counter at the very beginning, it shouldn't be 1, it should be ping song data ping times right. Okay, we see some scrolling happening. The pink is just going left, I don't know why. 0. The fuck? 3, 2. And down here, it's 2. Thing is moving left. Okay, let's go to a much simpler song data. Let's switch this to be like first of all, I'm gonna ignore the blue again. At the start, velocity is 0 for fucking 60 frames. Is that good? And then we have a bunch of nonsense. So that's right. So right now, I can go to memory browser and look at all this. That's not right. And why is it going to the left then? Pink and start index is 0. It should be like frame index and line index. Line vars, frame vars, right? Should be like this. That's less confusing than fucking start and not start. Okay. So let's see what this does down here. That's like very important. Get the index. It's 0. Decrease counter. Begin. Okay, when do we get here? Okay, so why does it move? Oh my god, we're not even... I'm a moron. This should be outside. And... okay. Now it's working, although that's the reflection thing I talked about. It's because we don't have more data. That's all it is. And then weird shit happens. Okay, so at least the first part is working. And these fix themselves. Okay. When do we get there? 1e is the next time, and 1 is the next. Okay. So that's 2. ft. That's how you did negatives, right? Wait, there's much easier way to do it. Is there not a much easier way to do it? Let me look at the memory and then I'll do the easier way. Okay, I think this is fixed. The problem now lies up here when we're setting the things. Next frame. Input. Now the start is, oh, are we not? We are updating it. Money, blah, blah, blah. Oh. What? What the fuck's happening here? Hold on. Loot counter? We don't even need this. I mean, we need to... oh, we need this part, but we don't need that part. Also, why is this the blue here counter here? It doesn't make any sense. Thing index... or... it's working. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, that's awesome. It's scrolling. Jesus Christ, that was so confusing. Okay. And here we don't do this. There's a much easier way, which is take this sec svc and then sta blah blah blah. Done. And then we need to do the same for which means this probably should be like some sort of struct that we can access with offsets. So I can just write the code more generically and have the macros just access them. And that would be like this, I guess. That would be like, I don't know how you do structs in. I usually don't do structs. It's fine, it's only for the macros, that's not actually. Yeah, so let me rename these. Blue line X, blue line counter, blue line index, pink line X, pink line counter, pink line index, and then blue frame X, frame counter, frame index. This is much clearer. Now I have to fix all of these. Frame, frame is probably find and replace in this, but blue frame X, blue line, pink line, it's whatever. Yeah, and this is just like a copy. It's just a mem copy. It's fine. I'll do it more sophisticatedly later. So, what will be the next item on the list? So that's working, right? Yeah. Now, if I want to do this for blue 2, that's the thing. We don't really do pointers in 6502. So these can just be macros or something more sophisticated, maybe with like, you can use X and Y as a kind of a pointer, like a very limited pointer. It's much faster. But, you know, what do I do? Oh, so one thing I can do is limit these in scope. Update frame blue subroutine, and then this becomes a local. And I don't know what the fuck is happening there. Blue might not have. What did I miss? Is blue just does blue just have fewer frames? Because it like starts fucking going crazy. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. So as long as the song data are correct, this just works. Um, let me write some correct song data. Oh, and also we need this. Yeah. Here's where you really miss having C. So you can have this like start both at 50. That's why they start in the middle. Is 50 the middle? What is the middle? Like it 70. I don't I forgot what the resolution was, but I don't care. And yeah, you can have them do some sort of symmetric dance, like this can go 1, this can go -1, and then after how many frames will they reach 10? Oh my god. Yeah, after 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. The fuck? This is confusing me now. Uh, okay. I see. That was like the very beginning. Okay, so 70 is about that much. We would want to do longer chains, so these should probably be like a multiple of the actual length because I don't think we want that uh, fine. I don't want control to be that fine. We don't need it. And then it does like 0 there for 30, and then does -1 for 25. For like, I don't know, 180, 160. Huh, that's too much. Wait, what happened? Huh. Oh, missed the fucking 0. Yeah. And then maybe it does like 2 for 40. That's so cool. What the fuck? That was awesome. And then it continues for another 40. Oh, dude, that's awesome. And then it does like 1 for 60. You can just keep going. No, it does. Hold on, I fucking. Okay, now the speed is something we need to work on because I want to make this go slower and faster. So it's going 2, -2. I wanted to come to the center maybe and then do fucking. It should be like 20. Nope, 40. Then what is that? What? Oh my god, these are. This is one of the issues. These should line up so I can actually know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah. 2 and then -2 for 10. And then 1 for, I don't know, 5. And then it does a 0 for 30. I don't know. 0 for. No. 1 for 5 is nonsense. It does 1 for 10. And it's 0 for fucking 80. Yeah. Now, what happens if I just copy and paste this? Well, they will overlap, which is not what we want. However, all I need to do is negate these. Right? And then I can have fun with it. There should also be like can I do -8? -8 for 2 for 7. Can I do more? Negative. I think I can do all the way to -15. Or no, -8 is the highest. It's signed. It's a signed 16. It's a signed 4-bit number. So -8 for 20 goes all the way to the other side, actually, for a bit less. Nice. This is so cool. And then do a 1 for fucking 20. I don't know. Do a 0. Hold it. And then do a 1. For 50. And then I want to do something cool, which is the thing that sound voltex does when it goes like left and right a few times. So I think 7 is the highest that way, and -8 is highest that way, which is a bit weird. So maybe I should only do -7. Right. So this way at least it's symmetric. Yeah. And 720 is for 140. Yeah, that makes sense. Do a 7 for 21. Hold it for like, I don't know, 8. The problem is that we're not in the center. So you just do a opposite of this. So we get we get there, and then I can just do that a few times. -7, 21, and then I can just Maybe we can even have macros here to repeat patterns. Uh, that would be cool. That would be a cool feature to add later. These should be longer. It should be like 40 or some shit. Yeah, and I need to extend the pink too. So what does the pink do? Because once they run out, they... Can I make it fucking loop? Looping and repeating patterns feature. Okay, so we did that. We did that. We haven't done that yet. What if I just have it go back and forth for a bit so I can just repeat it? All it needs to do is look. Okay, this is bad. What is this? It needs to go to the center maybe? Or just go there and stay there. So this is yeah, this is nonsense. Yeah, and then I can just repeat that, right? 0 are these lining up? Yeah. One 30, 0, 80. Let's see what that does. Oh, -1. Make it 40, I guess. That's not very important. And then I can just repeat that. 1, 0, -1, 0. And that should be long enough for, I don't know, just a short clip. Okay, what is that? There's a glitch. I think that's because the amount of my v blank is changing. It's getting confused. Yeah, like, is that my v blank or is that my start things getting confused? Okay, we're trying to do 30. I should leave comments here saying where I expect them to be, or I expect every section to, at which scan line I expect us to be. So at the start of the frame, this shows V268. Sets vsync. It goes to 0. Okay, so 0, 1, 2. Turn off. And then there's a bunch of shit that happens. $36. I need to look up what those are. So here we're 38. And then how long does this take? If we're 43 here. And Okay, let me see if cache tells us about the scan line. Here it is. On NTSC, 3 vsync, 37 vblank. I wish this would also show me cumulative. Okay, so when do we stop vblank? On 4-3, that's not good. First of all, let's move these back. So at 40, we should scan line 40. We start rendering again, and then we do 192. So this is definitely wrong. Yeah, we're at 6-4. And that's because this is too long. At the end of that, we're 4-5, which is still too long because we do all of this. Okay. 30. Yes. So here we're at 11. Why? How? I don't understand. Vsync. Boom. Dot, dot, dot. How are we at 1? Okay, I guess that was just the start of the game. And then we do all of this game logic, which takes 6 scan lines. And now here we have to wait for 32. So yeah. It stabilizes. Okay, it takes a couple frames to stabilize. That's I should fix that. The picture takes the picture in the first 2 or 3 frames is offset vertically. Okay, so that's 40. That's fixed. Then we draw 170 lines. Actually, is that 170? So if that's 170, at the end should be at 210. Are we at 210? Or here. We're at 212. That's not good. So we kind of wasted a bunch of them because this can take long. This doesn't take a constant amount of time, and that's because we shouldn't do this logic here. Wait, no, we have to. But we shouldn't have to do all of it. First of all, this is a repeat from this, and we can put all of them into like some sort of function, macro, but we shouldn't have to do this part every frame. Oh, we're not doing it because it gets stored. That's the velocity value, it gets stored. Okay, so the problem is just that this takes too long. We should be able to optimize that. But what it means is, I guess some lines get repeated. And once we get here, we're at what? Now it's not doing the thing again. Now everything's offset again. 192. So it's 170 plus 40, right? Yeah, come on, that's 40. Oh, it's not even stable. Oh, that's because we're in the fuck zone. It's reading garbage data. 40 stable. That's good. That is good. The numbers are changing correctly. After 170, it should be 210, but it's not going to be 210. It's going to be 212, but that's fine. As long as it's stable, 212. So I'm going to put here scan line 210, 212, which should be 210. So we know. So at least it's stable. At least we know where we are. We're at fuck off. Stop scrolling my fucking thing. We're at 212 after it stabilizes. And then we can show the HUD for how long should we show the HUD for? So the 192, so the 170 actually takes 172. So we can show the HUD for 20. And we should set vblank on we should be setting vblank on, so we're sitting at 236. This should be I can't fucking add 232. So we're sitting at 4 lines too late. So we should just do 15. Scan line 232. Yeah. And that should be stable. To the black. Where'd it go? Don't scroll me. 232. Okay, that is stable. After that, we do this calculation. Which, surprisingly, we're still at the same place. It's just we're near the end of the scan line. And so we can hold it for 30 to get to 262. And that is what we do. And then we go back. And everything repeats. Okay. So the number of scan lines and the start and stop locations are currently fine. After it stabilizes, while it scrolls, it's fine. But then what is that? What is this? What's happening? What is happening here? Let's look at the memory browser. So blue line, blue frame X is FF. Oh, I know what's happening. It shouldn't go off the side. Otherwise, we get you try to scroll it way too far to the right, and then it gets weird. So in this part, where we're doing this, instead of 21, it should only be 20 maybe, right? That hopefully that fixes it. I think it was better. Or maybe we can let's see. We can detect the rollover and just cap it, like clamp it to the edge. That should be a better solution. That way we don't have to be so exact. And the way that works is down here. So when we're setting pin frame X, so the hardware one should be fine because we're not using our weird loop for setting horizontally that. It just actually does the addition. This is the one that's causing the problem. And here, okay, let's say the current value is 10 and I subtract 11. Break if carry set. Or is it clear? I always forget because one of them is back with subtraction, it's backwards. Fucking LBA 0? I don't know. Oh, that's just pink. That's not what we want. Yeah, that's not what we need. I mean, I can also do like I cannot be clever and just if but I care about going from positive to negative. I need the carry. Was it the carry? Okay, let me write something now. What we're doing is taking the x and subtracting the negative of the velocity, negative delta x. And the edge cases we're looking for is if x goes if x overflow, we're looking for overflow, right? So BVS, a BVC. No overflow, right? I think. And if there is overflow, what the fuck do we do? Maybe you just don't set it. The fuck is happening? No, that we do need to set it. If there is overflow, LVA here. EVS. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Um, it's really annoying. That's really fucking annoying. Uh, I'm gonna have to fix it right now, but first I'm going to commit this. Scrolling, working. So let's make sure it it happens when it goes to the right. Is that, wait, maybe it has something to do with up there. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. It's there. I'm looking at this down here, but actually up there is what matters because it's the frame, it's the start line. Okay. Uh, so if I look at memory browser, um, frame X is blue frame X is 2, and then it's 1, and then it's 0, and then it's -1, and that shit goes fuck. So is that is the only thing we want to prevent, because going a bit off to the other side doesn't matter. So all I care about is if this results in, let me look at the instruction sheet, SVC. Okay, so this says it sets the carry, but like it updates the carry, but can you give me a bit more information on how? Flags with ADC and SBC. Zoom in and hand. Okay, so overflow is what we need. But when does the overflow happen? I'm getting confused. Overflow in signed operations, but that's only, but this is not overflow. Overflow is not what we need. Uh, if the latter may require explanation, how is sign overflow different from the carry flag? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, that's not what I'm looking for. If the result is negative and the original is positive, which that's carry. That is carry. Is that not carry? I'm so confused. Uh, this concept always does my fucking head in. If we do this, okay, let me just jump in there and check. Like, current value is FF. Let's go. Let's go to the start. 4748. Carry is cleared normally. So if carry is set, branch if carry clear, no clamp. Otherwise, 0. And then it goes fuck. What is happening? Okay. Get there. And what? It goes back there, blue frame was 8B. 8B? It's, huh? Oh, because it gets to the end. Oh, oh, yeah. Okay. I guess that, why is that said Gary? I'm so confused. Yeah, let's not be clever. I say for the 50th time. Let us just do this basic logic. If the carry, if the result is negative, but the original was positive, which we can check like this. BMI. If the result is positive, then no clamp. And then if the original, which we can check like this, was also negative, also no clamp. Otherwise, do this. Nope. What? Oh, because that's 128. It gets past that. That's not what we want. Uh, what did I mess up? Result is negative. It was positive itself. Wait, for the current system, I'm on. Wait, no. Jesus Christ. Hold on. I just want to have a simple scrolling demo. Why does this keep going wrong? So that's the issue. This one is going too far, right? This one is going 1 pixel too far. So which I can just see which index that is. Blue frame index, it's 2. So it's 4. Can I make this 139? Does that fix it? 138. What? 100. Oh, that's pink. Uh, 139. Oh shit. Now here's the thing. Here's one thing we want, which is we should be able to have a blank area where there's no, because we want this to start scrolling from the bottom of the screen. And that's something we need. Blank pre-scroll area for one screen. Okay. At least that's fixed, but we do need the clamping logic. We really fucking do, because this would be very annoying to work with. I mean, we can have a level editor that automatically makes sure all the numbers are correct, which would save on space and CPU time. Okay, you know what? Maybe this is the best solution. Oh, fucking no. Level data overflow fixed. Now, for the pre whatever, it's actually not very hard. Actually, what we need to do is have this like timer pre scroll timer, and the pre scroll timer is just set to, let's set it to some number. I guess it would be 100, whatever the fuck, 140. What was it? However many scan lines we decided to be. The level height, 170. But for right now, I'm just gonna set it to like 100, so we can have that thing. Now, this makes the logic here a bit more convoluted. There might be a better way to do this, but what we want to do is actually, it shouldn't take that long. LDY, we scroll, what the fuck was it? Timer. If that's non-zero, if that is zero, then we just re-scroll. Okay, actually that's only 5 or 6 clock cycles. That shouldn't be too bad. Otherwise, decrease it, decrease it, and my brain stopping all function. If it is zero, if it is not zero, if it is zero, we scroll done, and then we can run some code here. Otherwise, we can just do this. Like, we don't know that. Go to next example. Okay. Now we take the, where is it? We take these. We take these. Level data should have like some sort of turn it off, turn it on functionality. So we can start, make a line appear and then it stops drawing, so we can cut off a line, only have one of them going, or maybe something like that. Again, I'm not very familiar with how sound voltex works. What the fuck is happening? What is happening? What? Oh, I forgot to fucking set that thing. Yeah. So, okay, first of all, these don't need to be in the frame. These can just, these are at the start of the game, the start of the level, not frame. Where did it go? Yeah, this should be pre-scroll done. Otherwise, store it. And that's what I want. What? Hold on, what? What the fuck happened? Oh, every variable needs a frame. Uh, Basically, we need frame pre-scroll timer and line. Yeah. And at the start of the frame, we just copy all of them. So here we also go like LDA frame. And this one is line pre-scroll timer. And once again, this logic is gonna get fucking replicated. There's probably a better way to do this. I mean, we can probably put all of this in a big function, in a big subroutine that runs twice. Once at the end of frame, once at the end of line. Update pre-scroll timer subroutine. And then this is frame. And this doesn't be any am I going insane? Frame pre-scroll timer. If it's 0, fuck off. If it's not 0, decrease it. If it reached 0, so you decrease it and store it. And if it reached 0, done. Reached 0. If it reached 0, we do this, except we don't do this. Ping start enable, or whatever the fuck it was. Ping frame enable, ping line enable, and the line enable doesn't matter. Yeah. Because this needs to and then we just copy these into those fucking things. Where is it? LDA, SDA, enam 0. Which one was pink? Which one was blue? I don't know. Frame pre-scroll timer. Oh, something worked. That's not correct. That's because we're not copying the other one. Wait, we are. This is getting copied from that. What's happening? Blue, pink, line pre-scroll timer, frame pre-scroll timer. Session scroll up. Right. Yeah. I see. frame done loop. These shouldn't process if we're still in the pre-scroll. So we say nice. That's something. That is the thing that happened right now. That is the thing we did. Now I just need to increase the value. So I define something up here like fucking play field height. Is it 170? Let's set it to 169. Just to make sure shit doesn't explode. Set that to that. Oh my god. It's kind of working. It's working. Pre-scroll blank area. Implement. Yeah. So now again, this part and the per frame part and the per line part are becoming eerily similar, which means I need like factor out the per frame and per line code into common thing that's needed. Looping and repeating patterns feature. Okay, let me run this on Stella. Just to make what the fuck? Okay, this runs. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, this is the problem. The emulator used here is not super accurate, and so the timings can be different. Stella is much better, so I have to start focusing on Stella as my actual development thing. But this is good for a video that I can record right now, where I can go here, record video. What? Excuse me? This isn't even a video, it's a picture. Oh no. What? Huh? Record video. Go. I think well, no. Save that shit. SDVX2600. I think for now that's enough to nobody has to know. Nobody has to know that it doesn't actually work properly on Stella yet. You know, FFmpeg I fucking SDVX .mp4. Yeah, I don't know why this runs so fast. Does this not run? Was Stella running too slow? Is this running too fast? I don't know. But that doesn't matter for now. What I can do is go to Discord and add spicy JPEG, add Naoki Psycho. That's gonna be very funny. Okay, now we need paddle graphics. Uh, I can draw that, but let me look at the original game. Okay, what is it's like a spaceship shape. We can do that. That's easy. Um, now, for the paddle, what I'm gonna do is very funny because I just want to see it. So, uh, one sec. What? Okay. I mean, it. What? Okay. It's like some like the fuck. Now the cool thing about the Atari is that even though we are kind of limited in what we can draw and in terms of colors, we can yeah, we can have arbitrarily tall sprites, and this looks terrible. Uh, that are a different color every line. So I can have that sound voltex. Where is it? Upside down. Oh my god, is it the other fucking way around? I was looking at fucking footage. How did. No, it's not. Am I stupid? It. I'm a fucking idiot. How are you even supposed to. How are you supposed to do this? Because you're supposed to put the paddle where the line is. How are you supposed. How are you supposed to know where the line goes? Doesn't make any sense. Like, oh, whoa, how you're supposed to read the future? Like, okay, that's awesome. I coded it fucking upside down. That's fantastic. Um, great, great. Uh, I completely fucking forgot what I was even gonna do. What I was oh yeah, paddle graphics. I was gonna look at a still of sound voltex before I was told the game is fucking upside down. Okay. Um, why are all these images incomprehensible? What is this game real? Okay, what is that? I don't even know how you play this game. I don't even know what this is. I don't know what those are. I just know about the battles. Highway games. Okay, why are all these images such low resolution? I can't see. Okay, I'm gonna take a fucking screenshot here from the start. No. Oh, there it is. Got it. Fucking impossible. I can even have the perspective effect on the thing by using like 3 different sprites, but that's too complicated. We don't need to do that. We don't need to. We we don't we don't need to do that. Yeah, it's like, I mean, you can have this as a sprite has some sort of uh, like as the ability to use a reference image, but I'm not gonna do that right now. And then this goes. That's not what I want. What? No, bro. What are you doing? Okay, so it's kind of wide, which is an issue, but it doesn't have to be an issue. The tip is like bright and white, and then in the back it gets darker and goes towards the actual color. So it can just be like this. The general shape can be like this, maybe, and like that's basically as wide as we can go, right? And then it has doesn't look amazing. Um, is that good enough? Spicy JPEG? That's just a fucking arrow. I can't make it pointy in the back. See, here's the main problem. I can program, but I can't fucking draw. That's about it, right? That's kind of it. Maybe even that. Yeah, we can have a couple different models. Maybe like that. Ooh, that was something. That's kind of something. And yeah, and we can have so background. Does this have atari 2600 NTSC? I mean, we have a bunch of colors. Uh, set the fucking background to. Uh, let me open a new one. Let me open a new one with the black background. And, 140 to fucking 192 black. Nope, the other way around. Wait. Oh, it's because it's trying to give it. It's trying to give it square pixels, which fucks it up. That's fine. It's fine. I just want to have this be like a like in the front, it's kind of bright, even like maybe yellow, and then goes like this, and then the back it can go into its own color, maybe like something like this. Okay, maybe the tip doesn't need to be fucking yellow. Doesn't make any sense. Like that? That doesn't work. And then the pink one. Okay, what was the color we had? What color are we using? AA5C. I don't know what that corresponds to. You know what? I can do something very simple. Stella. Stella. Um, I have to rename that too. Stop. Please fucking stop. Can you tell me what color that is? 5C. I mean, I know, but what is Atari 2600 color palette? Nope. Oh, wait. That doesn't tell me. Is there like a color picker I have here? Can I pick the color? Can I pick the color here? Wait, let me just take a fucking screenshot. What am I doing? Whatever. Okay, yep. I mean, this is too bright compared to the other emulator, but I will figure that out later. And then this can go like maybe a bit brighter. Is that brighter? I don't fucking. Let's see. That can go like that. And that can go a bit higher up like that. And those seem fine. Yep. Those are what we want. 5 lines. So this is gonna be super fucking easy. Where did I put it? Okay. It's actually, I mean, there's a better way to do it, but I'm gonna do it the funny way, which is here we set that to 25 actually, and with those 5 lines, we don't do. Where's the hot loop? We do these, but we don't set the gram fix. Instead, we do it here. We set, that would be 8. Jesus Christ. Now I will do it properly later, but this is a bit funny. SDA sync. But now where is it? Where to go? Did the thing not work? Oh, I'm an idiot. That's in VBlank. That's the v blank loop. We want to do that here. HUD loop. Put that to 13. And then we do, so 8 goes to 1C, and then three E. Actually, at the end it should be 0. We could stretch it whole thing once so it doesn't look like that. 1C, 3E. That's 6D. And then 4-1. I messed up. Where did I mess up? Okay, first of all, let's do this. So actually, it's fucking visible. And what was that? It was 18. It should be 8 now because we're doing 10 scan lines just for this. That's not sit. That is B. Yeah. Now I'm actually gonna set this to 7 because I want to put some space here. This is absolutely fucking terrible. Okay, now the colors. That should be easy too. We put this at the start of the frame again because now we're changing it. Okay. Now the color fucking let's see. Where'd it go? Yeah. At the very end, we want to do that. Like, let's do it here. And at the top, we want them to be white. What color is white? 0? FF? 0? The fucking... Okay, where'd the palette go? I had it. Here it was. Okay. The whitest you can get is like... Okay, we can use its own color. Oh yeah, because this just goes up and then that's your brightness. So let's see. So I can just have the same thing, but instead of it's like E, F. E is the highest, right? Yeah, it's the lowest one is ignored. But that's too, that's still too colorful. That's too saturated. So maybe the highest one can just be 0E. And we can even have the shape and color. You can have the color have higher resolution than the shape. That's gonna be possible. Oh my god, that looks nice. Doesn't that look nice? Am I going insane or does that look kind of cool? Seizure warning. Okay. Push. basic shadow graphics. Now, the most important item in the to-do list. But you know what? Maybe it's gonna be up. Maybe I'm gonna give it a priority of A. It's gonna be the game run the right way. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next later. But that's enough for now.